guys, long time no see. If you're new here, my name is TJ and my channel is mostly about beauty with the odd bits of food, fashion and travel thrown in. So if you like the sound of that, then please make sure you subscribe to my channel and that would absolutely make my day. So today I'm bringing you this holiday glam look with quite a bit of glitter on the eyes but a very matte berry plummy lip. It is festive and neutral at the same time. So without further delay, let's jump straight into the tutorial. Starting with a freshly moisturised face, I'm just going in with my favourite Benefit Porefessional primer. Using little dots, I'm going to prime the T-zone area as well as my forehead, and just adding a little bit onto my eyes as well. For foundation, I'm going to use a mixture of my favourite at the moment, which is Tarte Rainforest of the Sea foundation, mixed in with this Body Shop lightening drop. As you can see, it is not completely white, but it does the job of lightening up this foundation. And then using a wet sponge, I'm just going in all over my face, just smoothing that all over, using a kind of rubbing as well as dabbing motion all over my face. Not to forget my neck. Moving on to concealer now, using the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Chantilly. I'm just going to dab a few drops onto my T-zone as well as the outer corners of my eye and the outer corners of my mouth. And then again, using dabbing motion, I'm just going to smooth that out. Moving on to powder, using my favourite powder from 17. Again, everything will be listed in the description box below. And I'm just going to use the sponge that came with the powder to kind of dab onto my T-zone area as well as areas under my eyes. And then using a Kabuki really fanned out brush, I'm just going to brush the residual powders all around my face. For brows, starting with this Innisfree brow pencil in the shade dark brown. I usually start my brow point quite high up because I do like a straighter shape. And then going in with M.A.C waterproof brow gel in the shade Quiet Brunette. I use this to thicken the fibres of my brows a little, and it's really good. And then going in with Anastasia Beverly Hills clear brow gel, I'm just going to stick down all of my brow hair, making sure there's no stray hair sticking out of my face. And then because this gel is clear, it usually leaves the little patches in my brow, so using the Colourpop Taupe brow pencil, it's pretty easy to fix and it is the perfect match. To prime my eyes, I always use the NARS Smudgeproof eyeshadow primer. It is my holy grail eyeshadow primer. I never use anything else now. Using the Colourpop Holiday Collection eyeshadows, Never Not Chilling. The first shade I'm going to use is this antique gold called Thirsty Girl, and I'm using my ring finger just to smooth it all over my mobile lid area, taking it slightly higher into the socket area as well, and then smoothing it out with a flat kabuki brush. Using matte brown shade Desert, I'm going in with Morphe M505 brush just to lay down my transition shade. It's a beautiful soft shade. And then using this dark brown called Fair Effects, I'm going in with M.A.C 219 brush, I believe, to darken and deepen my outer corner on my eye, and this will create a smoky effect. Then again, just to smooth everything out with a kabuki brush. And then to intensify the gold, I'm just going to add a bit more of that Thirsty Girl shade with a flat shader brush. After that, I'm going to emphasize the transitioning shade and just clean up a little bit of that glitter using a cotton bud. Also using a fan brush, I'm going to dust off any glitter fallout on my face too. Going back in the shade Fair Facts, using a mini precision brush, I'm going to just deepen the socket area. And because I'm a sucker for that seamless blended look, I always go back in with a kabuki brush. Now here I'm just intensifying that gold look again, using my finger to dab on a bit more of that antique gold Thirsty Girl shade. Now this is completely unconventional, but for my other eye I actually totally reversed the method. I went in with the transitioning shade Desert first, all over my socket area, and then obviously deepened and darkened my socket area with the shade Fair Facts. My gosh, that is the hardest word to say. And then going in with the glitter shade, using my finger, just dabbing that in the middle of my mobile lid area. The shade is called Thirsty Girl. And that is it. The shade, you know, the eyeshadow is done. This method is no doubtly much easier and more time efficient, and I would say the finished look is pretty identical. Going back into the Colourpop collection using this shimmering champagne shade, I'm just going to highlight the inner corner of my eye as well as dragging it slightly onto the lower lash line. And then using a matte highlighting shade called Big Baby from the Tarte Swamp Queen palette, I'm just going to sweep that all over my brow bones. A matte highlighting shade is always my favourite to highlight my brow bone area. And then using the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in the shade Perversion, I'm just going to tightline my lash line as well as just drawing slightly, I would say 0.5 millimeter over my lash line, and then also dragging it out a little bit at the end of my lash line. And then using a mini shader brush, I'm just going to smudge and blend out all of that eyeliner, also elongating the lash line further, creating a slight cat-eyed look. For the most precise wing, a cotton bud will always come in handy as well, as you can see here. And then moving on to the lower lash line, I'm just going to draw 1/3 of a way in with the same black liner, and then smudging it and blending it out once again with a mini shader brush so it doesn't look so harsh. Then going in with a shimmery bronze eyeliner from Sephora, I'm just going to lay that shade down and smudge it in onto the lower lash line, slightly lower though than the black liner previously. And then going back into the Colourpop holiday collection using this beautiful shimmery peacock shade called Patchwork, I'm just laying that shade down again with a pencil brush in the middle of my lower lash line. Finally cleaning everything up with a cotton bud. For lashes, I'm going to use my favourite Estee Lauder Sumptuous Extreme Mascara and just coat my top and bottom lashes. And because I don't use false lashes, this step is pretty simple and self-explanatory. Therefore, moving swiftly on to cheeks, I'm using the Benefit Cheekathon palette, which is perfect for fair skin tones. Using the shade Dallas, I'm just going to bronze up both of my cheeks. This is a really versatile blush shade. It's not too pink and not too bronzed. And then going into the shade Hula, it's a beautiful bronzer for fair skin tones. And then just going to contour my cheeks using Hula, as well as drawing a shape of 3 onto the temple of my forehead, as well as the side of my cheek, and not to forget my jawbone. For blush, I'm going in with the shade Rockateur from the same palette. It's one of my favourite blushes. It's just a really beautiful rosy shade. To contour my nose, I'm using my favourite contouring stick from Colourpop in the shade Dove. It's such a great and easy to use product. It's as easy as drawing it on and rubbing it in. To highlight the bridge of my nose, I'm using a matte highlighting stick from Colourpop again called Gummy Bear, and again just using my finger to rub this product in, and it serves as a matte highlighter before I lay down my shimmery highlighter. Speaking of which, I'm going to use Flexitarian from Colourpop. This is a super mega intense highlighter. It is slightly on the frosty side though, so I'm going to add a little bit of warmth with Gator Wing from the Swamp Queen palette, which is a white gold. So this will just add a tad bit of warmth onto Flexitarian. Also using Gator Wing, I'm just going to finish highlighting the bridge of my nose as well as the tip of my nose. Going to get that holiday Rudolph shine in there. For the lips, because I'm going to use one of Colourpop's Ultra Matte liquid lipsticks, I'm going to lay down this Elizabeth Arden Lip Protectant first because I do find them slightly drying. Now to finish the entire look, I'm using the Colourpop Ultra Matte liquid lipstick in the shade Wild Nothing. This is from their holiday collection and it's a beautiful plummy berry shade. It's not too blue, not too warm, perfect for the holiday season. So that's how I created this neutral glittery holiday glam look. I hope you really enjoyed it. If you have, then please don't forget to give this video a huge thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. Thank you again, guys. If you are regular viewers of my channel, thank you for waiting around and sticking around for me and sending me all your lovely messages on Snapchat and Instagram. I really appreciate all of your support, and you're all so very kind. Now, before I forget, I really want to start a new thing for my channel, and this is asking a question each video. I haven't thought about what I want to name it yet. Let's just call it question of the day for now. And question for today is, what is your favorite Christmas dish? Please leave me a comment down below. I'd love to find out. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.